On Tuesday, there was a pretty horrible shooting at three different massage parlors in Atlanta. Eight people were shot and killed, according to the authorities. Six of them were Asian, two of them were white. According to law enforcement officials, all but one of them were women. So, look, it's pretty horrific what happened. Now, police had captured a suspect, identified him as Robert Aaron Long, 21-year-old. He was caught after a manhunt about 150 miles south of Atlanta. And now there are questions about the motive. There's still a lot of information coming out about this. Not a lot is clear yet. And so I'm going to avoid jumping to too many conclusions. Was it racially motivated? That's one of the big questions. I don't know. I really don't know in this case. I mean, I do know that there's been a lot of rising anti-Asian sentiment as a result of the coronavirus in this country, no doubt. Of course, a lot of it was spurred on, I believe, by the former president and his supporters going after, Chinese people. They blame China for the coronavirus. But for the victims, were not Chinese. They were ethnic Koreans. But again, dumb people will see Asian person and think they're all the same. They can't tell the difference. It's sort of like the morons who go after Muslims, but actually accidentally go after Sikhs. But they didn't know the difference. All they saw was brown person. And so they do that because they're not only stupid, or I should say not only violent, but also just really, really stupid. All right. But we don't know if that's the case here. Okay. And of course, as we go on, more details will come out about possible motivations and about, if there's a political motive behind this or not. But anyway, we'll find out later. A police officer, however, earlier today, this is Captain Jay Baker, who was talking about this. He had a different take on a possible motivation for the shooting, and it's causing a bit of outrage. Take a look.
For the investigators, they interviewed him this morning, and they got that impression that, yes, he understood the gravity of it, and he was pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
Remorseful?
I'm not going to go to, I don't know if he was remorseful or not.
Oh, he had a bad day. Was that it? Really? You had a bad day. So you just shot some people. Well, guess what? I've been having a kind of a bad day myself. But you don't see me going around and murdering people. Now, I love how they're bringing out the excuses, right? You think if it was a black person or an Asian person or or a Muslim or, whatever, right? Middle Easterner, you think they would have brought out this excuse? Oh, he was having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? That happens. Anybody could have had a bad day and murdered 8 people. No. Look, right here, how police are treating this man. I mean, that's an example of what's wrong with policing. Okay. I mean, and by the way, I'm not saying that they should have shot and killed this person when the police, apprehended him. But I am saying that generally, when it comes to apprehension, they tend to apprehend white people a lot more than they do people of other races. And again, that is problems. That is a problem with policing. And so I mentioned some outrage, right? So this was going all over social media, and what I want to do is I want to read some responses. One person says, "Stupid and ridiculous. Murdering people because you're having a bad day does not give you a get out of jail card. Anyone who uses an excuse for murder is an idiot. Should not have a job in law enforcement." Again, it's amazing that they said, "What? Bad day." I mean, that's what he did. He had a bad day. Or it was mental health issues or whatever. But they never use that excuse for anyone else who happens to be ethnic. We don't even know what caused it from here. Again, I don't know if it's a racial issue. I don't know if it's a sex issue. Again, I was reading about this. I was looking into what we know in the preparation for the story. And it's like, well, he targeted specific massage parlors in the so-called red light district here. And on this way, he passed like a bunch of different ones, different massage parlors that he could have picked out, but it was only certain ones. Don't really know. Okay. And we also know that he was super alleged to be super religious, and may have had an issue with, trash, whatever. I don't really care about this man's motives, to be honest with you. What I care is that he did this, and he deserves to be punished for it. There has to be a restitution for civil society, for civil society to function. This guy has to be put away for the safety and sake of other people. Okay. And so I don't really care about his particular motivations, what or how bad his day really is. Again, you could have a really bad day and not go out and murder people. Another tweet here. Dave's dad's Brooklyn block list, I love it, says, "Oh shit, the A&A cab really means all." Again, it's amazing this officer said that. Another person says, you know who it was a really, really bad day for? The 8 people and their families who this man killed. Yeah. Another person says, a bad day is losing your job, not being able to feed your children, being laid off by no fault of your own. This 21-year-old kid had mental health issues and obviously had radical beliefs and thought and planned out domestic terror attacks. Call it what it is. A bad day, my ass. Yeah. Again, I don't know the details. But as I mentioned, he may have been massively religious. But again, actions like this don't really say that. I mean, it doesn't really seem like he's all that religious or whatever. And so I don't necessarily know. One more here. They said the way they try to repeatedly spin some justification for angry white men is grotesque and needs to stop. Well, that can definitely agree with. I can't really add anything else. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.